It's a water? Honey? Water. John. No, warm. Hare Krishna. All glory to Srila Prabhupada. Prabhu, my bag. Yeah, thank you. The timing is 2/4, not 4/4. So listen to the timing of the melody I'm singing. The melody is the same, but the time is slightly different. You'll see that. Anyway, we'll see if you can follow. Jaya Radha Kunja Bihari Jaya Rama Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridvaradari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridvaradari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridvaradari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridvaradari Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana Tira Bonachari. There you go. Jamuna Tira Bonachari. There you go. That's right. Jamuna Tira Bonachari. Kunga Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Kunja Bihari. Shona Nandana Brajajana Ranjana. Shona Nandana Brajajana Ranjana. Jamuna Tira Bonachari. Jamuna Tira Bonachari. Namona Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridvaradhari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Kunja Bihari. Shoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hold on. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hold on. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh no! Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gora Hariva, Gora Hariva, Gora Hariva, Gora Hariva. Gora Hariva, Gora Hariva, Gora Hariva, Gora Hariva. Gold Premanande, Gold Hari 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 Bol. Jai Om Vishnu Pad Paramamsa Parivakachya Story Satya Shri Srimad Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Gold Premanande. Hare Bol. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So everybody understands my English, yes? Huh? Very good. Thank you. My voice is shot, everybody. I've been traveling all over this country for the last 3 years. In the last few weeks, just 5 days back, I caught the virus. And so I just started to actually get my voice back. But the singing voice is not there. So I just had to do what I could do. This is not my singing voice, by the way. You know, as a musician, we have to take precaution to keep the vocals in shape because it's an instrument, just like this guitar instrument. So when in these conditions like this, it's hard because, like they say, the show must go on, and you still gotta perform. And then sometimes you can't perform because you have to speak and sing, and that's a lot on the voice. So.
Prabhuji has to give a little simple your introduction. Introduction.
Okay, good. Please.
Hare Krishna. So we are today very fortunate to have His Divine Association of His Grace Shambhu Prabhu. He is a disciple of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada and was born in Germany, Sugat. His son of career military soldier in the summer of 1973. In his childhood of neighborhood Rigi Park, DMV at Shambhu Prabhu decided to become a inspiring disciple and proved to be a renowned foot soldier in the army of Srila Prabhupada Sankirtan preaching mission and traveled extensively throughout the world and India and preaching and distributing his divine grace transcendent literatures. Shambhu also sings and masters many musical instruments. Prabhu, even your Hare Krishna, even your voice was not good, still it was very ecstatic.
Pardon?
Even your voice, you are saying it is not good, but it is very ecstatic. It was very ecstatic. So we are very grateful to Prabhuji and has come here and giving his association to us. So let us thank and welcome to Prabhuji to Radha Kunjwari temple by loudly chanting one time Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. His Grace Shambhu Prabhu ki jai.
Actually, I was supposed to come to Pune 2 years ago, actually, because I started this project in 2022 when I came to India. Well, I used to live in India during Prabhupada's time. My journey started like Prabhupada's. My journey started in 1972, 73. In Washington, D.C., nation's capital. And one of our God brothers, Balaka Das Prabhuji, I always offer my respects to him because he came to our neighborhood and presented Prabhupada's message so nicely, that because of his preaching, the whole neighborhood, as far as our peers, changed. In fact, to this day, from my neighborhood in Riggs Park, at the same time, listen carefully what I mean, more Black American devotees came out of my neighborhood who became Prabhupada devotees. At the same time, the most at one place in all of 50 states of the United States. In fact, it was, when he came to the neighborhood, he had it was 3, 4 cars, like 20 teenagers, all packed up into a car to go to the Sunday feast back in 1972. And that was unheard of. Not black kids going to a Hare Krishna temple in 1972 in Washington, D.C. That just didn't happen. And that's what Balaka was able to do. And then of all those kids, out of those 20-something kids, eight moved into the temple. All moved into the temple in Q Street. At that time it was Q Street. We moved into the temple. Of course, they all didn't stay. And out of all those 8, 5 became Prabhupada's disciples. And out of those 5, 3 came from my family, my 2 older brothers. So Prabhupada's, my mother's 3 oldest sons became devotees of Prabhupada. Of course, one, Raghuvananda, passed away, and my oldest brother lived in a community, and you probably heard of it, in Florida. It's called Alachua. So they're living down in Alachua. And so in 1973, you see this picture in the book. Prabhupada's coming to Brooklyn. This is the old Brooklyn temple, not the current Brooklyn, but the old one, Henry Street. So we had to get the temple together because Prabhupada was coming. And if you've seen any of the old Brooklyn tapes of Prabhupada giving class, you'll see that this Vyasa-san is different. At that time, it was the blue lotus shaped pillars. So we had to clean the whole temple within 3 days because Prabhupada was coming in 3 days. So we had to do the whole temple from the top to bottom. So all the devotees was working 24/7 to clean. Because then I'm traveling around, I'm seeing the different temples, and you see the sweepers working, and the cleaners. We did that. There was no paid workers. We did all that. We did the sweeping, we did the cleaning, we would pot washers, we did everything. Because that's how Prabhupada taught us. And so in this picture here, this Vyasa-san is new. You don't see in the picture, but after this picture was taken, it was a devotee who had to put his hand right there. Because if he didn't, Prabhupada would slide off. He was sliding off the Vyasa-san. So to keep him from sliding, he had to hold his hand on the Vyasa-san. And right there in the corner, yours truly. At that time, I was 15 years old. Just turned 15, actually. So this book, anyone who has taken birth as a human being in India, Bharat Bhumi. This is a very important book. And this information, it took me 15 years of research of Prabhupada's lectures, conversations, addresses, and purports. Specifically based on that subject matter. See, what happened was, we used to get together every year, every summer, me and some God brothers, and we would get together and study Prabhupada's books and the charge books. And it just so happened one year, the subject matter was anyone who's taken birth as a human being in Bharat Bhumi. And since I was living here and serving during Prabhupada's time, that subject matter intrigued me. So I just did my personal research. It was personal. I wasn't I didn't sit down and say I'm going to write a book. I'm a musician, write songs, but write books, no, I don't do that. So it was just a personal research program. And so as I was doing it, month, year after year, I would share it with God brothers and sisters. I would share it with them. And they kept telling me, sounds like a book. I said, no, it's not a book. I'm just my research. Then I kept doing it, and they kept saying it. It sounds like a book. So I had to agree with them. So, when the pandemic hit, 2022, when the pandemic hit, that changed everything. You know, so what happened at that time, I had to choose what I was going to do. See, because Prabhupada wanted me to come here. He liked me preaching in India. So I promised him that I would come back and do, but I didn't know what I was going to do, what preaching program I was going to do, besides distributing books, because that's all I ever did, was distribute Prabhupada's books, and I always going to do that regardless. But I was always incorporate my music program, because being a professional musician, I was also doing that. So when I decided to put this book together, one of my friends, her father was living in Houston, Texas, and he passed away. So she had to go to Houston. And she was very good with the graphics. So we put together Jai, Lord Raja Bihari, and the Lord Nitai Gaur Ki Jai. So one and two things got together, the two parts got together, and I put together the graphics. And then a small book publisher gave me a deal, you know, like in the gangsters, they give you a deal you can't refuse. So it was so good that I sold some guitars and some equipment to finance the publishing of the book. And you see, their program is to put the bio of the artist on the back. But when I came here in 2022, I told them to take this off, because it's not really about me. It's about Prabhupada's message. And I had them put these quotes on it, which is far more powerful. And so since I've been doing this program by BBT Vrindavan, and they're so kind to print the books on my behalf. And just last Friday, I was informed last Friday that they ran out, which means they have to reprint. So the Lord is so kind, because see, if the books stay around, then that means they're not being sold, if they're still around. So they're going out, and everywhere I go, they go out. Why? Because Prabhupada is speaking to everyone who's born here. This is the catalyst. If you're born in this great land of Bhadravumi, this information is for you. Even the devotees. Have you ever heard of Prabhupada talking about 50% birthright? Have anybody ever heard that? Anyone? 50% birthright. Have you heard that? No. See? It's here. It's all in here. What it means is that you cannot take birth as a human being in this great land of Bhadravumi without putting in some work. It's not a cheap thing. It takes 8,400,000 species to get to the human form. And Lord Chaitanya says, Bharata Bhumi te holya manusa jambajara, jama sataka kari, karapada upakara. What does that mean? Did he say Bharata Bhumi te Hindu? Did he say Bharata Bhumi te Muslim? Bharata Bhumi te Jain, black, white, Indian? No. He said Manusha, Janma. Manushya Janma. Human. This is the land of great spiritual opportunities. It's like America's the land of material opportunity. They call it land opportunity. You go there, you get your H-1B, L-1B, all the visas, you can, green card. You know the drill. All those accolades you get if you get a chance to go to U.S. I'm hearing all the time devotees ask, the youngsters, they ask me, is there some way I can get them to, a way to go to America, as get the green card and H-1B to help. I can be a pujari. I hear it everywhere I go. I hear that they always want that. But this place is the land of spiritual opportunity. There's no place on the planet that can give you so much concrete information about spiritual emancipation than any other country on this planet. It's just true. It's not meant to make you feel good. It's the truth. And then those who take birth here as human beings, they have no idea how fortunate they are, and they don't have a clue that if they don't take advantage of the information, there's no guarantee you're going to take a human form next life. And I'm seeing the wholesale all over the place. I was in Delhi, Calcutta, Bangalore, Siliguri, Hardware, Rishikesh, Nainital. I'm based in Srirangam. All over the country, I'm covering. And I'm saying daily how these individuals, these people are misusing this great opportunity they have. And the thing is, they put in the work. God's just a creature. You put in the work.
Hindi translation is going on in the kutir, so those who are not, and the Hindi में class जो है the translation वो कुटीर में चल रहा है तो वहाँ सुन सकते हैं यहाँ English.
They need a translator. You saying?
No, it's going on. The Hindi translation is going on in the kutir.
Acha. So I have to speak slowly. You saying?
No, it's okay. You speak. We have FM, so they are hearing there.
Okay. So if they want to go in that place, they can hear.
Hindi. They can translate
if they can hear. But I asked in the beginning if they could understand my English in the beginning, so that if that was not the case, I was going to have you translate. Okay. So everybody understands here what I'm saying. Because I took a lot of time, and if somebody didn't even understand what I was saying, that was a waste of time. Okay, I'm going to ask again. Everybody understands me? Am I speaking too fast or not fast enough? Perfect. Okay, thank you. This is very important. This is very important. Y'all are very, very important and very blessed souls. Y'all constantly telling me I'm blessed. Yeah, I know that. I'm blessed as well. But you're equally as blessed. And I'm not just saying that to make you feel good, because I know. I put the information together and read what Prabhupada said about you. And then the fact that you're here. What's the verse? Tasyaive to prayate to kovido. Now lupiteya brahmatam apariyada. Tau lupyate tukavad anyata sukam. Kalena savacha gambiram rahasya. Gambira ramhasya. Which means the first part of that is those who are philosophically inclined and intelligent. That you are. Who else? You wouldn't be here. And then you took birth in this great land of Bharat Bhumi. That means you've put in some serious austerities and penances in your previous lives to take birth here. And then Prabhupada says, 50% birthright, just by taking birth here, you've already done 50%. And all you have to do is the other 50 to go back. And then some of you, some of the devotees, it's at 80 and 70%. So you don't have to do only the 30. And then you're going to bother your mind with all the other crazy stuff, your work, your relationship with your family, with this Prabhu, that Prabhu, this service. I got to do this. My body's giving me a hard time. It's breaking down. All these things are coming. That's because we got to do that. Those are the zeros. Everybody has a certain amount of zeros that they've given because we've performed in such a way our activities to get this body. Just like I explained that I got the virus last week in Mumbai. I didn't ask for it. I didn't want it. And surely nobody goes to the pharmacy to get the latest disease. Madam, sir, can you give me a bottle of the latest COVID or E. coli? No, we go to get medicine to relieve ourselves from the disease. Why? Come. We didn't ask for it. It was going to come on its own accord. So my point I'm making is that whatever you're destined to get, it's coming. And then I'm telling you another thing in my life. It took me a long time to come to a realization. It has nothing to do with skills. It has nothing to do with know-how, what you know, who you know. It has nothing to do with all that. It's called destiny, karma. If it's meant to happen, it's going to go down. It's happening. It's going to happen. If it's not, you can try all you want. It's not happening. Trust me. That's how it is. It's not going to go down. And it's not if you work hard, put more energy in. I'm going to be successful and reach the top. No, it don't work that way. If it's destined to go down, the Lord's going to give it to you. But if not, it's not happening. So what's the point? The point is the one is the most important. And Prabhupada explains, when you put the 1 in front of the 10, immediately becomes what? 10. So we all have our zeros that's in our life, according to our makeup, because we created this body previously. This body we created. And everything that's connected to it is coming. And then you, born here, again, I praise you because I understand how fortunate you are. I understand. I've researched what Prabhupada says about the human beings who take birth in this great land. It's not a cheap thing. It's not an easy thing. And you perform so many austerities and penances to take birth here. So you have to finish the job. Just finish the job. Don't come back. Because you have to go through all those 8,400,000 different species from the aquatic. Then from the aquatic, you got to come on land, then deal in the plant life. Then from the plant, the insects. Then from the insect, they got to go to the bird species. Then from the bird species to the animals. Then one of the 400,000 different species of humans. That's too much work, and you already put in the work to get this far. But as that verse says, those who are philosophically and intelligent, so that means even still with what I'm saying, not everybody's going to take advantage. And not everybody's going to be able to finish the job. It's unfortunate. Because Prabhupada put He has given a system that is for any human being who come in contact with his information. They can become relieved of their 4 problems of life, which are? What's the 4 problems of life? That's right. And it doesn't matter what status one is in life. Everybody's got to go through that. Birth, death, old age, and disease. Let me read some quotes from you. This is the reason why I took my bio off and put these quotes on it. Much powerful than reading about me than hearing what Prabhupada says about you. This should be India's mission. India hasn't got to learn from anywhere else. What did he say? What did he say? India has got to do what? Now let me read it again, because it's very important you get this. He said, this should be India's mission. India hasn't got to learn from anywhere else. What did he say? Everything's here. That's what he's saying. You don't need to go nowhere else. It's all here. It's all contained. The Vedas are written here. The Vedas was written for the humans. It had nothing to do with where your body's from. If you're a human being, this Vedas were written from you. Sanskrit is the oldest language. You can go to any university on this planet. Any university on this planet, go to the language school. It'll be very difficult for you to find any professor who would disagree Sanskrit, oldest language. And if they don't disagree, they would at least will understand, yes, it's one of them. But most majority agree Sanskrit's the oldest language. Sanskrit is the language of the demigods. Sanskrit is the language that the Vedas were written in. And the information that was written for human beings. So you have not to go anywhere else, meaning that everything is here. So Prabhupada says, everything is there. Let them understand the whole philosophy of life perfectly and distribute this. This is India's mission. That's the whole purpose of this country, to distribute this information. That's the whole purpose of this country. I tell you, I'm traveling all over the country and I'm seeing Indians are very bad imitators of the West. I'm just telling you it's the truth. They're very bad. They're very bad. They have the largest population in the world when it comes to population. And of all those millions, this is still you can't even still become the top. Cricket, which was also not even from them. Cricket was an introduced sport, even though that's the biggest sport here. When you see them imitating the dances, like the West, very bad. You know, in the Bollywood, you know, I'm an entertainer. I know when it comes to the quality of the different styles of entertainment and dancing and things like that. But when it comes to on the spiritual platform, second to none. There's no question. Anything that when it comes to on spiritual platform, they're unsurpassed. Because that's the nature. That's what we're supposed to be doing. They're supposed to be teaching Vaishnava Sanatana Dharma to the world. The airport's supposed to be packed every day with people leaving this place, going to other parts of the world to give this information to them. not going there to get the H-1B and all the other stuff that they do. When Prabhupada went there in 1965, it's a true story, he gave a speech to the National Indian Association. And this was 1965. In fact, let me tell you, the National Indian Association right now is the number two most powerful lobby group in U.S. That's pretty powerful, y'all. Number 2. You know what lobby group does? Y'all know what the word lobby? Do you understand that? Anybody?
One who has a more influence.
Right. They go to the congressmen, the senators, and do their bidding to help legislate on their behalf. And so the American Indian Association, they're number 2 most powerful lobby group. Okay, now this is a good question. This is a what do they call it? Tongue twister. Who's number 1 in America? Who?
Jews.
Smart Prabhu. You know everything, huh? Yes, he's correct. Yeah. So the point, when Prabhupada gave that lecture to the students in San Francisco, 1965, one of the students raised their hands up and said, Swamiji, we come here for education and technology. Prabhupada says, yes, the difference between you and me is that I've come to give, but you have come to beg. He said, I've come to give this great culture that you abandoned. He said, I'll prove to you how great this culture is. I will have my students from here and I'll take them back to Bharat Bhumi, and you will see how great they are. He also said that there's been many Swamijis and sannyasis who've left to go to the West, and they've all changed their dress. But everyone knows I've not changed my dress. In fact, they have adopted my dress, which is true. And he also proved them. Because you remember the great was a Naylor, when the Prabhupada returned to India with the devotees, the first wave in Naylor, they call them the white elephants. Remember that? The dancing white elephants. They could not believe the devotees from the West dancing and chanting like that. And it was very, very powerful. So Prabhupada did it. And so he's proved how great this culture is. And again and again and again and again, information is being shown how great this information is. And I've read this book 25 times. Just started 26, actually, it'll be 26 after this week. And more I'm seeing how fortunate you are. And every day, especially when I meet the devotees, I'm so honored because y'all put in the work. Y'all took birth here. You know, of course, Prabhupada told me I was a Bengali in my previous life. He told me that. Prabhupada told me in my previous life I was a Bengali. Yeah. Yeah. The story is, it's a story. You know, have you ever been to Mayapur? In Mayapur, there's a a building called Lotus Building. Lotus Building, and Prabhupada's room was on the second floor. So in the fall of 77, in the fall, the weather is, during that time anyway, was really nice, very nice. And so Prabhupada would come out and walk around the veranda every late afternoon, around 4 o'clock. So Subhag, who's now Subhag Swami, and myself, we was walking up the stairs, and then we saw Prabhupada coming down, walking down. Of course, so we prostrated our obeisances, got up, and Prabhupada looked straight at me. Then he started speaking in Bengali. So I didn't know what he said, so I just kept my mouth shut and had my hands folded. And so Subhag said, "Oh, Prabhupada, that's SHAMBHU. That's SHAMBHU from USA." Then Prabhupada said, "Oh," he waved his hands like this. He said, "You Bengali in your previous life." So after Prabhupada said that, I tell you the truth, no lie. When I first came to India in '70, in the 70s, we landed in Mumbai. But when I went to Calcutta for the first time, I had this. You ever heard of the term deja vu? I had that feeling. Of course, I didn't tell nobody because I'm 17 years old. They're not gonna think I'm crazy. But I had that feeling. So when Prabhupada said that to me, then I understood why I felt like that. Because it was like coming home, and I never been there. Why I feel like I'm coming home for? So back to my original point. I revere you because y'all put in the work. I know this information. I've studied it. I've read it so much. And I know how fortunate you are. And I know how much time and effort you put in to take birth as human beings here. And then you coming under Srila Prabhupada's umbrella, finish the course, finish the job, and help others, because these people have no idea how fortunate they are. They don't know it, and it's shameful that they take birth as a human and put all that work in, all these lifetimes, and then going to miss the opportunity and have to do it all over again. So are there any questions or comments?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Though I'm not capable, but a simple question. Is it possible to change your destiny via chanting the Mahamantra?
No, we can't do it. No, sir. No, I'm just joking. Of course. Of course you change your destiny. Yes. But that's on transcendental platform. That's transcendental. That's not on a material platform. That's on transcendental. Prabhupada gives an example that, like the fan, see the fan? The fan is turned on, but when you pull the plug, the energy is not there anymore. Then eventually it's going to stop. So that's how powerful the transcendental activity. Well, because we have accumulated so many anarthas and things for so many lives, everybody has their different adhikar. Adhikar means eligibility. So everybody's different level of eligibility. And by that, what's that verse? Atashi Krishna Namadi. When the Lord's pleased with the service, what happens? What happens when He's pleased? He reveals. He gives revelation. Like in the Bible, it says revelation. He gives you understanding. We, you know, everybody doesn't have the same level of understanding. It's not. This is not no one shoe fits all. This is a science, and according to your understanding, makeup, the Lord reciprocates accordingly. That's very important for us to understand that. You know, we're all different. We're all different levels of understanding too. You know, your understanding doesn't mean that this another person's going to understand it the same way. But the truth don't change. That's the beauty of it. Water's always wet, right? It's wet yesterday. It's wet right now. It was wet trillions of years ago. It's going to be the same thing, same way tomorrow and a billion years from now. That has nothing to do with, well, Prabhu, that's your opinion. That's what you think. No, it's a fact. We just have the option to accept or not accept, but it ain't going to change. So continue this process, chanting, doing all that, and watch how you also become more and more purified. Great question, though. Thank you. Next question. Next comment. Wow, y'all all agree here. Everybody agrees. Huh? Or are you afraid to say something? I know how it is. They don't want to say nothing. Just they're gonna let me see if somebody else gonna say something before I say.
Prabhu, can you tell about your coming to Christian consciousness? How you got initiation with Prabhupada, some interaction with Prabhupada, your possible.
But that ain't about this subject matter.
Okay, sir.
Y'all want to hear that? Y'all don't want to hear that, right? Do you want to hear how I came, or you want to hear about this? Huh? Okay. This was 1972, 73. It was actually summertime. And my brother, Raghu, my older brother, see, Balaka Das used to go to one park and preach. He was a very charismatic preacher. Very charismatic. He could speak very well. He was a very good speaker. So my brother came to us and he said, you know, you should go listen to this brother. We used to call our brothers, you know, brother. It's a brother speaking over in Riggs Park at one of the parks. It was a park where every summer they would have free live entertainment for the community, and it was paid by the government. So what it was, that's how I became a musician, because people in our neighborhood, either he was into sports or playing the instruments, and if you could play an instrument, then you could get into a local band. And then if you could do all that, you would be a part of something. So it was a popular place to go. So Balaka would go there and speak. So we would go there and listen to him. But he would speak about God. He was very smart. He didn't say anything about Krishna in the beginning. He was only saying God. Only information contained about the Lord. And so, just on that information alone, okay, we started reading the Bible. And in the first testament of the Bible, it states, fruit of the tree should be meat for you. So that's when I decided to stop eating animals. So because the Bible said, oh, we're not supposed to eat animals. Of course, my aunt, who's a staunch Christian, she said, no, that's the Old Testament. But you can see the Lord setting us up. He was setting us up. And so then the crowds started coming, and every day and week, more people from Riggs Park came to see and hear Balaka. It was like when Jesus Christ, more people started coming to hear him day after day. It was, and then it was snowballing all over the neighborhood, all over the county, all over our neighborhood. Then he just left, and nobody knew where he went or anything. He just left, disappeared. And when he came back, his head was shaved. He had a seeker. So then I understood. I remember. I said, so I remember devotees because I've seen devotees before. And when I first seen the devotees, this was a quote. This was my quote. This was what I said. I said, wow, they have their head shaved. I said, you'll never see me shave my head like that. I said that. I never forget it. I said it. Because, with kids, young, we don't know. And I'm going by ignorance, not knowing. But from that time on, Balaka preached to us, and it's history how we became under Srila Prabhupada's umbrella. And moved in the temple and became devotees and became foot soldier. One thing I have to do, explain something, because I'm an example of this. I hear devotees all the time speaking about, oh Prabhu, I'm not initiated yet. I'm not initiated. Or when did you get initiated? They have to understand that initiation starts when you accept the discipline. Prabhupada explains that. Initiation starts when you accept the discipline. That is the initiation. The ceremony is just that. It's a formality of the ceremony. That's not the initiation. But they all think the 5 sacrifices when you got initiated. No, that's not it. That's wrong. And I'm an example of that. Why? Because I didn't formally get initiated until 76. But I was initiated in 72, 73. And it had nothing to do with I left ISKCON or left the force. It's just that the leaders at the time, they were messed up. It wasn't me. And when Prabhupada found that out, why I haven't been formed initiated all this time? That's like 3-4 years. Why? Nobody want to explain then, because now Prabhupada's asking. So he decided to give first and second at the same time. So in Mayapur, when they put out the banana leaves and put the kuntimala on it, okay, they had the first initiates on one side and the Brahmin initiates on another side, and they had the sannyasis on one side, right? I knew I was in a special category. Nobody's getting first and second at the same time unless Prabhupada does it. Like Bhakti Charu, he got everything all in one group, swoop. And I was one of the ones who preached to him in Calcutta. Preached to him, made him devotee and everything. Then I just saw how he went from first and second initiation. Then he got sannyas in the next month. I said, my God. And then I remember Tamar had tried. He tried to instruct Prabhupada about him. He said, you have no idea. He light years ahead of you. So anyway, when they put the banana leaves down and the kuntimala, they didn't put the Brahmin thread on my plate. Also, they're supposed to put the Brahmin thread too. So during the fire sacrifice, you know, we come from a fighter family. I was getting ready to fight, but Prabhupada's right there. I said, do I want to do that? Why is programs going on? I said, no. So I didn't say anything, but I was so angry because they didn't do it. So after the ceremony, then I explained to Prabhupada and the leaders what had happened. And so he was so kind. He said, okay, don't worry. Next year, I'll make sure you get it. And Prabhupada, just by me hearing that from him, my mind was eased. So initiation starts when you accept the discipline, not the ceremony, because I'm an example of that. Whether you form initiated or not, the process starts when you accept the discipline. Disciple comes from the word discipline. They sound the same. Disciple, discipline, discipline, disciple. Is there any more questions? What?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you
Krishna.
for your wonderful association. I would like to ask, like you highlighted that we all are so fortunate to be under Prabhupada's umbrella. So what is that will keep us intact to that umbrella until our last breath? And one more thing is like, what is that?
Wait a minute. One at a time. What's the first one?
First question is, what is that will keep us intact to that umbrella until our last breath?
Okay. Let me ask you a question. You don't know? Huh? You're very fortunate. You are very smart. You're very intelligent. You stay the course. What are you doing now? The whole process probably given it. Chanting your rounds, sadhana, satsang, kirtan, prashadam. Read the books. You got Prabhupada's books, right? Read his books. Simple. I'm going to tell you one thing I'm saying devotees too. Don't make it complicated. Stop making the things difficult for you. It's not that difficult. Don't do that. That's your mind doing that. That's not the process. It's your mind. Don't make a mountain out of a molehill. It's real small. Very easy. Keep it simple. Probably I used to say KISS. Keep it simple, Susan. Keep it simple. Just keep it simple. But keep doing it. The foundation for spiritual, our foundation is what? The Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita as it is. That is the foundation for spiritual knowledge. The Bhagavad Gita as it is. And you know why Prabhupada said as it is. Why? Because he gave exactly what Krishna wanted us to know about him. And when you assimilate, like Prabhupada says, assimilate this information. You assimilate it. Then padupakara. Then you give it to others. You do that. And then you won't have no problem. You won't have any problems. Trust me. That is the formula. Okay, what's the next one?
The book that you showed, this is like research. It's a research with regard to Prabhupada, what all he did, or what is, can you?
Okay, I'll explain that. This book, the title is Anyone Who Has Taken Birth as a Human Being in India Bharat Bhumi. Okay. Now I'm a musician, right? Musicians, generally songwriters, when the songwriter writes a song, generally the song is about, the title of the song is about what the song's about, right? Generally, the title. The title is what the song's about. So I use the same format. The title is what this book's about. Anybody who take birth here. It's all Prabhupada talking to you about how fortunate you are and what you should be doing to maximize that fortune. That's the whole subject matter. One page after another. The same thing over and over and over and over about you. Anyone who's taken birth here in this great land of Bharat, this is Prabhupada. Whether it's a conversation, whether it's a address, whether it's a morning walk, he's still talking about the same subject matter, how fortunate you are and what you should do to maximize that fortune. That's all it is. It's only what you call it? I only scratched the surface when it comes to Prabhupada's instructions about this, but it's well enough information for anyone to understand and know how fortunate they are. That's why this is a good book, because people see. Who wouldn't want to know? Who wouldn't want to know about something they've already done for themselves, but don't know? That's what it is. You have already done the work, but most people don't know what they've done. If half of the people on this planet would know what their activities, they're creating their next body in a bad situation, they would stop. If you see that you were creating a pig's body, you're creating a pig's body. You could see that you were creating a pig's body, you would stop. Because you don't want to come back as no pig. But that's how it is. This is the information. Shows you what you have done. You've already put in the work for this one, for this lifetime. You've already put in the work. Now you're creating the next one. Don't mess it up. Any more questions? Any more? Any more? Did that get a good answer?
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Okay, so come up and get the book.
Hare Krishna. So
Hare
we are very
Krishna.
grateful to His Grace Shambhu Prabhu for giving such enlightenment about those who are taking birth in India,
Thank you.
Bharat Bhumi. So he has written the book. Our books are available for our personal copy. So we can come and Prabhuji also can sign.
Yeah, I'll
the
sign.
also.
I'll also sign it while I'm here. You can get autographs signed while I'm here,
So let
free
us
of charge.
So let us thank Prabhuji by chanting one time Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Oh, let me ask devotees a question though. Did y'all like the guitar? Did y'all like the guitar?
Yes, it was amazing.
You did?
Yes.
Should I do another one?
Yes, yes, yes.
Should I do one more? One of my originals.
Yes.
Okay?
Little.
No, not that way, the other way. Turn it around. Yeah. Okay.
It's it.
Okay, I'm gonna take this. Okay, who adjusts the sound so I can hear it from the speakers? You can turn it up, the guitar. Who's the sound man? Where's the sound man? Where's the sound man? Turn the guitar up. Up. I forgot. Sorry about that. Listen. This tune's called Dancing, Feasting, and Chanting. I wrote this tune. One God brothers, two of them was said, Shambhu, how come you don't write a festive type song? So I came up with this song, Dancing, Feasting, and Chanting. Okay, in this section, there's a section in the song, when I do this, y'all say, Hari, Hari, Bo, okay? Let's practice, though. No, wait a minute, I didn't do that, I didn't do that yet. Yeah, but you have to wait till I do that, then you say Hari, Hari, Bo. Yeah, okay, let's practice. Ready? Hari, Hari, Bo. Okay, do it again. Hari, Hari, Bo. One more time. Hari, Hari, Bo. Oh, so when I do that with my hand, that means you say Hari, Hari, Bo, okay? You'll understand. After you hear the song, then you'll understand why I'm saying it like that. Don't play yet, because you got to pick the rhythm up once I start singing, and you'll throw me off. So as I sing, then come in. Then you'll be able to pick it up afterwards, okay? I don't want to get thrown off. I will never know just how truly blessed I am to have the chance to witness Srimad PRABHU out of that. It's mercy simple and sweet. Make your life complete. There is no other PRABHU. Chanting holy name, dancing, feasting, Hari Hari Bo, dancing, feasting, chanting the holy name, dancing, feasting, Hari Hari Bo. your cares come off me. Holy name, here is my song, yes indeed. And when you start, you can never stop. That's as simple as sweet. Pure love of God is our dream. If we just follow His rules, that's all we gotta do. Chanting the holy name. Hari Hari Bol. Chanting the holy name. Hari Hari Bol. Way to get high, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. You're going too slow. Just listen to me. What? Listen. 1, 2. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hold on. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Y'all did very well. Thank you. Y'all did very well. The rhythm, I knew you was going to pick up that part, because that's India too, full timing. I knew that was going to be easy for everybody. It's amazing in music, certain cultures have rhythms. When I first came to India, I couldn't understand the rhythm at first, but then the second week, then I was able to pick it up as an artist, you know. But it's in your blood. It's amazing how that is, though. Everywhere has their own style, and I knew that was going to happen, though, and it happened exactly like I thought. The 4/4 time is very hard. It couldn't pick it up. I knew that was going to be like that. But I said, but when I switched to the second phase of the song, watch him pick it up. And it picked it up just like that, and everybody just fall in there. That's so nice, though. Krishna is so kind. Thank you very much. Oh, glory to Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. So, you can come get the book, and I'll sign it.
Hare Krishna books are available here, so those who want, they can have it. Price? Price?
Thank you. Oh, 120.
It's a
120 rupees.
120 rupees.
Hare Krishna. What? They say no, sir.